Yeah, good evening, and hope you are doing very great. Hope you are having a very wonderful weekend. Well, straight to the matter with the on ground, and a serious matter we did on top of ONIF TV. One look top this particular matter we talk say presidency spent 34 billion on top food alone. Food and travel. No be food alone. Maybe before you start saying that. Food and travel. 34 billion. Nine then spend on top. And make we look the duration we then take spend this kind of money on top food. And I don't know what's in the chop here. I don't know. No, seriously. Maybe that's the reason why the rates at which foodstuffs are being sold and edible commodities are going up at a skyrocketing rate is actually maybe that's the more reason why such things are happening, because so much is being doled out from even the presidency at the top, into feeding and the travel. They believe that so much money is being released, and so if they have the money, so let's spend it for them. Now, the citizen, puts it this way: says the president says budgetary allocation for food and travel hits 34 billion in 6 years. In 6 years, according to data obtained from the appropriation bill of the federal government within the period under review, a total of 5.16 billion was spent on food and 28.94 billion on travel. Now, what bothers me a lot, because I listened to this on the radio, one of the radio stations in Osun State, that's Rave 91.7 FM. I listened to them, and I listened to this particular headline, how it was being treated. But my concern has always been: is anybody listening? Is are the voices of the people, are they being heard? Does our voice count? When we raise an alarm about something, is it being tackled? Now, for instance, the issue of tin being tied to bank accounts in this finance bill that is being worked upon, that has gone viral, saying that anyone who wants to operate an account must have tin, and then people are now saying that the reactions are now that it's only a way that the federal government is trying to, dig out money out of the purses of, are already born Nigerians, and so earlier on today, the federal government came out to say that no, it wasn't like that. At least I think this one, our voice was being heard, because we also need to note, just like a contribution that somebody gave over the radio. The person said that if there is no fire, there won't be smoke. But whichever way, whether you said it's not there or it's not, or it's there, or you agree that what they said was true, or whether you agree that it wasn't true, just make sure that it is being sorted and it is not there. And so the federal government has come out to clear the air on that particular matter, saying that there is nothing like you must to have thing before you can operate your bank accounts and all of that. Now let's go back to this particular issue, referring to the presidency spending 34 billion on food and travel in 6 years. The allocation for food includes foodstuff, catering, material supplies, refreshments and meals, and cooking, gas, fuel costs, while the allocation for travels include local and international travels. Now, it covers the presidency and its agencies, which includes the Bureau of Public Enterprise, the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, KURU, the National Agency Management Agency, the National Emergency Management Agency, and the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, the Bureau of Public Procurement, the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, and the Nigeria Atomic Energy Commission and its centers. Now, these are all the agencies that are included in spending that money. Now, the list also includes the State House Medical Center, State House Lagos License Office, Office of the Chief of Staff to the President, the Chief Security Officer to the President, Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President, Sustainable Development Goals, and Office of the Chief Economic Advisor to the President. Now, on October 7, 2021, President Muhammadu Buhari presented the 2022 appropriation, presented the 2022 budget proposal to a joint session of the National Assembly. You recall that. Now, even if all these agencies are included, should we still have so much? And how come we now have, we're having, I thought there is a budget for the state house medicals. Why is it coming in to, why are we shocking it to, are we trying to make to make it weightier, to make it look like, oh, there are many and so it's okay, they should spend such monies. I want us to look at it together. I'm not doing any I'm not going to be judgmental about this particular one, and so I just want us to look at it together. Why should we spend 34 billion and look at how much gas is being sold today? I think one of the problems that we have always had in Nigeria is the problems of leaders who are not sacrificial. Leaders who are not sacrificial. Who are not willing to sacrifice their comforts for the people. And by that I mean that, for instance, some people continue to get paid, while some people could go protesting and say, okay, why? I don't know. And I think leadership is all about sacrifice. Seriously. I see the president travel around. Sometimes I wonder, when does this man rest? He just came back from this. He's already on his way to that. Now, forget about the luxury that surrounds the press office of the presidency. I'm not trying to, back up or anything now. No, I'm just considering the old man. And you consider a 79 years old man jumping on the plane, going around, going from here to there. That's a lot of stress on him. That's a lot of stress on him. And now I think that's one reason why in subsequent elections, we should look forward to having much younger people who will be able to do the work, very well. Yes, the president is trying his best, he's doing whatever he can, but then there is a limit to which he can go. There's a limit to which he can go because he's elderly, he's grown up. Now, the 16.39 trillion budget will send the federal government on another borrowing spree of 6.23 trillion. Our correspondent reports that there has been a rise and fall in the budgetary allocation for the period under review. Throughout the period under review, travel allocations got a larger chunk of the allocations. It says the total budgetary allocation for food and travel was 3.27 billion naira, 3.11 billion naira, 3.81 billion naira, and 3.39 billion naira for 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 respectively. In 2016, for food allocation got 518.45 million naira, while travel allocation got 2.75 billion naira. We see that travel is getting more of the money than even food. Even at that, it's still as though some people are making making something out of it all. In 2017, there was a slight decrease as food allocation got 681.79 million naira, while a slight increase, I guess he wanted to say. Decrease. It's going to be a decrease because travel gobbed 2.43 billion. There was less travel, in 2017. However, there was an increase in 2018 as food allocation gobbed 582.75 million, while travel allocation gobbed 3.23 billion. Another decrease was recorded in 2019. In this year, food allocation gobbed 617.45 million naira, while travel allocation gobbed 2.98 billion naira. The total budgetary allocation for food and travels were 7.46 billion, 6.07 billion, 6.77 billion for 2020, 2021, and 2022 respectively. I'm wondering why this is taking so much, apart from the attention, it's taking so much money from us. I think like we do in our respective families and respective homes, when the goings are rough, we all cut down our expenses. And I also expect that leadership of nations, for us to continue to carry out our responsibilities as leaders of the nation, we should work on that. We should work on our expenses too, especially the ones that are under your control. the ones that are directly under your control. Yes, you might not be able to control the international expensive and all of that, but the ones that you can control, if you will do well to control that, then it will weigh less on the people. And so what we are trying to say, or what my resolution is on this particular matter, that is that yes, things are expensive, but let the people not begin to see it as though the presidency does not care. And to mean that, oh, the people can go hungry as long as we are not hungry in the presidency. Everyone that connects, getting what I'm trying to say. This platform is not to mess up anybody. We don't insult anybody. We don't insult the presidency. People who are old enough to be our parents, we don't talk to them anyhow here. And so we just analyze issues. Let's look at them from different perspectives. What is your perspective on this particular issue? My name is Olukunle Abraham, and of course, this is a very wonderful weekend, and we are looking at this 34 billion naira spent on food and travel in 6 years. And maybe I should just add that has there been an audit? Has there been an audit? Because I saw about 300 and something billion naira that could not be allocated, that could not be traced. They could not be explained how it disappeared from agencies put together when the the auditors went through it, or went through their agencies. And so you know that seriously, we need auditing. And I also want to say that when we do auditing and anything like that, one of the ways to really do fight corruption, and really do say that my hands are clean, is to let everybody who participated in whatever face the law. Let them face the wrath of the law, and allow the judiciary to do their job. Please do allow the judiciary to do their job. Allow them to do their job. And when they give judgments, I think we should allow those judgments to stand. You see, you who are at the top don't obey the law. People are on the road, there is traffic, and so one high-profile person is coming and he goes one way. And when the average Nigeria is coming and he sees traffic and he goes one way, somebody stands in front of him and says, "Stop, you're going to pay. You are fined." We've got to come to that point in Nigeria where we all are answerable to the law. That's why we have a law. We cannot continue to live as people who are lawless. It's only Satan that is lawless. And we are not Satan. We are not the devil. We don't have devils here. We are all human beings. And when people begin to cry, under the weight of the burden of leadership, or of the economy, of whatever is going on, then we know that there are issues. Well, still looking at this matter, the decline was not sustained, as there was an increase between the current year and the upcoming year. In 2022, food allocation got 1.84 million. That's about almost double of what it has been taken before in 2022 now. And then while travel allocation is gulping 5.29 billion. That's like doubling. And we still need to keep borrowing to be able to maintain this status. May God help us. Like I said, please do drop your comments. Make them civil and simple. You get me? Make them civil, as if you drop anything that is not, we'll take it out. And so, thank you very much for watching. This is still Serious Matters, and it's open for debates. You can drop, just say whatever is on your mind as touching what we have discussed. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you now so that you can just